What's up, guys? John Cozy here. It is February 14, 2016, Sunday, Valentine's Day. Woo!
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
But you're listening to this more than likely on February 15th, which is President's Day.
Mm-hmm. President's Day. What's the significance of President's Day? Is it like all the presidents, or is it like one particular president? What are we celebrating exactly on President's Day?
Wasn't it like George Washington's birthday or something, and they just like made it President's Day?
Yeah, why don't they just call it George Washington Day or something?
I read something about it. I can look it up, but I don't know how long that's going to take.
Anyway, this episode was interesting.
What did we talk about?
We talked about Deadpool.
For sure.
Deadpool. Yeah, so go see that. Thumbs up on my end. How about you guys? Thumbs up?
Same.
Thumbs? 6? How many thumbs?
We're saying 6 thumbs up. Yeah.
6 thumbs up.
Yep.
Yeah, so go see that.
We also talked about the different trailers that Ben saw because we were stuck.
Getting popcorn.
Getting popcorn and shit.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in and get our seats. And I didn't need to do that because it was reserved seating, but I just wanted to not stand in that line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a bunch of other shit. So anyways, yeah, make sure to go subscribe to this podcast. Go to your favorite podcast app or iTunes or Stitcher and all that shit and search Aloha Broha podcast. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a review, 5-star reviews, and leave a comment. And email us over at Aloha Broha podcast at gmail.com and check out the website that I will update eventually. I just didn't have time because I've been doing these vlogs and shit at AlohaBroha.com. Also, I just dropped some new music for Valentine's Day. It's called Odes to Kira Knightley. Odes.
Is it an ode or is it odes?
It's a bunch of odes.
It's
okay.
4.
So it's
odes.
like there's like
5.
4 of them.
4.
To Kira Knightley because I've been watching all the movies that she fucks in.
Yes.
I haven't watched all of them actually. I'm pretty sure there's more that she fucks in. But I've watched most of them, and she does a lot of period pieces. So she gets undressed from large, very extravagant dresses quite frequently in her movies. She also gets spanked in one.
What?
Multiple times while she's in the dress. It's awesome.
Also out with new music today is Young Sire. Hashtag songs for Riri.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to... So, SoundCloud.com/John Cozy for all of my shit, or johncozy.bandcamp.com. Okay, now we can plug the home.
My bad. I thought you did it already. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, Young Sire. I believe his SoundCloud is the same. His Twitter is the same as well. Young Sire. YOUNGSIRE _
Yes.
Sorry. And then
Winslow
McFly out with a Valentine's Day sex tape. It's called Sex Tape.
With 3 X's?
With 3 X's.
So there's penetration in this mix of his.
It's definitely raw. Y'all should listen to it for 40 minutes of what he's feeling about Valentine's Day.
It's a lot of fucking, I bet.
Kind of.
So on to the comedy. Coming up at the end of this month on February 27th, Ben Bailey live at Hawaiian Brian's. You can get tickets for that at squatup.com. And then just recently announced, coming on March 26th, Sam Talent. He will be also at Hawaiian Brian's. Again, squatup.com. You can go find tickets from there. And April 16th, Cameron Esposito featuring Rhea Butcher. Come check those out. Again, all of these are at Hawaiian Brian's, and you can get tickets for them at squatup.com.
Subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/JohnCozyTV. I will be uploading vlogs more frequently, hopefully, because I've been working on this Valentine's Day job and a lot of music. I haven't been able to upload the vlogs, so I'm going to upload a bunch on Monday.
That was a really long
hearing this.
fine print. You know when they talk really fast in commercials?
And I've been practicing the whole one breath rap thing. Like, I do it in one of the songs.
So hard. So hard.
Breath control. Not a lot of rappers have it nowadays because all they do is go like da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
The breathing technique is just...
They have a lot of space. I mean, they don't use a lot of words nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They just be saying shit and then not saying shit after the shit they say, and they leave a little space where somebody can go...
Instead of learning how to breathe.
Oh, man. I'm fascinated with breath technique.
Yes.
Slim Kid Trey from the Far Side, one of the illest to rap. Awesome breath control.
Yep.
It's really hard to rap.
So everybody, work on your breath control.
Yeah.
On to the show.
I read an article online though that says like if you're annoyed by chewing sounds, that's like a mental issue or something like that.
Really?
Something like that.
I think
That
it's just
seems
like...
It's a psychiatric issue.
It seems like a third party like surveyed that. Studied. I don't like when people are like chewing like this.
See, the crunchy ones I don't mind, but the wet, sloppy ones
Or like
make me fucking cringe.
that.
Oh my
makes-
god, stop, please.
That bugs the fuck out of me. I have a friend who does that. I have many actually, and I have.
Do
I
you
don't
ever
like
have
to say-
somebody like just hover over your shoulder and just eat?
My brother. I smacked my brother in the mouth once. I was pregnant though. I didn't mean to. He was just. First of all, he was eating with his hands.
Not gonna. Let me know when you guys are gonna stop chewing. And I'll put my fucking headphones back on.
But my mouth is closed.
That's fine.
Like I can't control that.
You could still completely hear that. Got the munchies there?
I do actually. It's the flaming hot munchies chips.
Very cool.
Y'all should get it.
I like the Cool Ranch one myself.
Cool Ranch. I heard that one's really good. That's the blue one, yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck are we going to talk about today?
Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
And a bunch of other shit.
I'm so fucking tired, guys. I had a long day.
You were up for a very long time.
So yesterday, well, okay, earlier in the week, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a fucking Valentine's Day little EP drop.
Okay.
You know, I was originally supposed to do a music video. That's when me and Quali went around powwow to go shoot, but I fucking hated the footage. It was terrible, and we didn't know the lyrics to the song because we only wrote it the night before. So the fucking video was just footage of us trying to remember our lyrics. We're just like thinking, what's our next word, you know? So it's just terrible footage. So we're just like, you know, fuck it. I'm not gonna do this. But I already said I was gonna drop something, so I have to drop something. So I decided I decided to drop a little EP, maybe like 4 tracks, and I've been watching a lot of Keira Knightley movies lately.
All the songs that she's been fucked to.
Not the songs, but the movies. She fucks in a lot of movies. She gets fucked in a lot of movies. But I only
Truth.
yeah, but really I only took parts of Seeking a Friend. Like I took some lines from that movie and put it on a bunch of songs. I recorded new songs and put out some old songs. I put some Keira Knightley quotes on some old songs, and then I put out an EP on Valentine's Day. And the reason I'm tired is because I spent the entire day on the 13th on Friday? Yesterday, right? Today's Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yesterday from 8 in the morning till like 1 o'clock at night, I was just in the studio mixing and recording and
Craziness.
mixing and then mastering and then making sure everything sounds good. And then
Do
I dropped it
Do I sound weird? I sound really hollow.
to talk.
1, check, 1, 2. Don't I sound like I'm reverberating? Does it sound weird to anyone else, or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
I don't know. I feel like I sound weird. I feel like I have a ting to my voice.
A ting?
Yeah.
Please explain.
It sounds hollow.
Like it's tinny.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Did I say ting? I meant tin.
Sounds fine to me.
Oh,
Check
maybe.
the position on your mic. Where are you talking?
Right into it.
That's fine.
See, it sounds better without my. Like I don't hear the tinniness when I have my my pea popper in front of me.
What the fuck?
Okay. Da 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 da.
That's fine, man.
Yeah, you're
You know,
good.
I noticed
maybe
that too.
Maybe
It
I'm
sounds-
freaking out.
It's also like headphones. Like I noticed, like my headphones sound way different
Yeah.
than when I'm mixing everything on my monitors. So
Yeah.
and it sounds great on the monitors.
Fuck it.
I haven't been using my monitors to mix the podcast recently either. I just been using my laptop speakers because I just know the settings already.
There you
So
go.
I'm like, yeah, it sounds G.
Cool.
Anyway, that project called Odes to Keira Knightley is out now on johncozy.bandcamp.com and also on my SoundCloud for streaming, soundcloud.com/johncozy. So check that shit out, bitch.
Yeah, I saw that post.
Yeah.
Yeah. Several likes so far. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Nah, I'm
cool.
not onto the Facebook game, man. I don't get hella likes. I noticed that if I repost somebody else's shit, then you get way more likes.
What's weird is I noticed a few of my friends.
It's like an
liked it.
algorithm or something with Facebook, right?
I don't know. I didn't notice
You
the
have to
post.
boost the post.
Well, I didn't notice the post until a few of my friends were liking. I was like, oh, cool. Like,
Oh, word.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw Eddie liked it. I know Sparkles tweeted it.
Yeah, Chad Wago.
Oh,
He
yeah,
liked
yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
I think he shared it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
A lot of people put out work today. A lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Drop songs for Riri.
Shout out to Rihanna one time. And then Winslow came out with his.
Oh, yeah, his Valentine's mix.
I challenged him on that one.
You challenged him?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The night,
you like dared him to make it, or
Thursday night we were
make a mix, bitch?
No, that's not what I said. That's not. No.
But is that the gist of what you told him?
Yeah, she
No.
said sucker, not bitch.
No, I never
Sucker.
said that, guys.
Make a mix, sucker.
No,
Sorry, I'm
I
bragging on
said
you too.
I have
I
an
don't know
assignment
why.
for you. That's what I said. I have an assignment for
Oh,
you.
the teacher.
And then she said,
Miss
make a
teacher
mix.
No,
coming
that's
up.
not what I fucking said. I said I challenge you.
I
He
challenge
was like,
you,
"You
bitch.
challenge me? You challenge me?" And I said, "Yes, I
And she's
challenge."
like, yeah, sucker. I
Can
challenge
I finish
you.
my story, science?
Do it,
man?
do it.
Probably
No.
not.
Like
but
pull
I
out
mean,
the gloves and
you
then
can
did you
try.
like whack him
No,
across
I
the
did
face with
not.
the glove?
No, I did not do that.
Why not?
I
I
did not do
challenge
that.
you
I
to
said, I
do-
challenge you to make a Valentine's Day mix. I gave him 14 minutes. That was like an easy one. It was like 14 minutes.
14 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, just like what, 2 minutes of what, 7 songs,
Mm.
I guess. And then,
I feel like I just get my groove going on in 15 minutes.
true.
You know,
But it's just, I just threw out a number because 14.
she'll be
Valentine's
like
Day is on the
2
14th.
hours.
No, but then he came out with a 40-minute
Uh,
40-minute thing, and he was asking me. He said, "Is there a certain thing?" I was like, "It's Valentine's Day. However you feel about Valentine's Day." Came out with some pretty raw songs. He put Rihanna on there too.
I used to do that every year.
Chains
I used
and
to do
Whips?
like a Valentine's Day mix.
No, not Chains and Whips. It's called "Sex with Me." That song is super dope, by the way.
Whoever
Cool.
came up with that title.
Which title? "Sex with Me."
Yeah. What's
I-
that song about?
Sex with
Chorus.
her?
The chorus goes, "Sex with me is so amazing. Sex with me so amazing. All this all work."
That reminds me of that meme where it's like how many, all the people that worked on Beyonce's song or Rihanna's song or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all of these different people, all the songwriters, all the people who made the beat, and singer, songwriter, and all that shit, musician, producer, whatever. And then next to Beyonce's picture is the guy from, was it Queen?
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, it's Freddie Mercury, and it's just him,
Yeah,
one doing everything. You know what I mean?
he was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I hit a new milestone.
What?
28 Valentines without a Valentine.
Dude, I'm your Valentine. I give you a fucking heart.
That doesn't count.
Cozy got me a heart too.
See, doesn't count.
No,
I got a
mine-
heart with a bear on it that's
Yeah.
holding a heart.
Doesn't count.
But I'm like your hetero Valentine.
You made me feel self-conscious, and I went to my fridge and grabbed.
He's like, "Shit,
Christmas
I gotta-"
candy
he's
and was
"Shit, I
like-
gotta go get Cozy something for Valentine's Day."
I was like, oh
I
yeah,
gave
it is
him
Christmas,
Christmas
candy.
candy.
I was like, you didn't even fucking put any thought into this. You just got, yeah.
He thought it was Halloween.
Yeah, I
I was
thought it was
like, no,
Halloween,
bitch,
that's
that shit's Christmas. See the Christmas tree on it?
Yeah.
But it's good candy. It's a Butterfinger and a Reese's. You got me a stupid chocolate heart.
From C's.
Yeah.
C's?
Yes,
Reese's is the shit, and Butterfinger's just as good.
Bruh.
I have a love-hate relationship with Butterfingers.
Does it get stuck to the roof of your mouth?
No, it gets stuck in my teeth,
Have you ever had
Welcome to
braces?
the club.
but it tastes good. What?
Have you ever had braces?
No.
Oh man, I hated braces.
Never had them.
I had them and then fucking just shit just all up in there, all up in the teeth,
Yeah.
all up in my grill.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I've been recording for like 10 minutes.
When are you gonna drop the intro?
I don't know. I told you when I feel like it.
Okay. All right. Sounds
We're
good.
just gonna have to wait a little bit more because now you guys spoiled it. It's like I just lost the game.
I lost the game. Say it, Sheiks.
I lost the game.
Keep playing.
I still don't know what the fucking game is. God damn it.
Do I have to explain it again?
Yes, you do.
No, you don't have to explain it. But here's something. Hey, hi, hello. What are you up to? This is the Aloha Broha podcast. I'm one of your hosts, John Cozy. With me, as always, is Science Ben
Sup?
and Sheeks.
Hey.
I don't know why I do that.
What's up?
Yeah, it's weird.
What's
I
up?
feel stupid doing
What's
that
up?
now.
What's up?
You used to say
Find
swag.
anything. Yeah, I know. I might go back to that.
You might go back to swag.
I gotta
What did
find
I say?
something
Hey.
that I like.
I said hey. I always say hey or what's up?
I always thought it would be nice. Like when we first started doing the hey, hi, hello, I thought it would have been cool because we had Kevin at the time. It would have been hey, and then Kevin says hi, and then I say hello,
Hey,
and
hi,
then you
hello.
say, "What are you up to?" This is the Aloha Broha
That
podcast.
seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
glad we didn't do that. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a fucking ashtray.
Okay.
Keep going, guys.
So
Yeah. A lot of good stuff happening, by the way. Fresh. I wanted to make a special shout out to Marika. Her patience, like I said this on Twitter already, but she's been so patient with me with the making of Fresh. Shout out to Rihanna for the connect.
Marika,
the
who
bike.
did the logo,
Yes, Marika Chu.
she also made the logo for this podcast.
Yeah.
very great.
You can follow her work at Marika Chu, like Pikachu, but Marika in the front of it. On Instagram.
Great designer. Really
Yeah,
good stuff.
She was amazing, super sweet. We've never actually met in person, but through our interaction with each other,
I'm
through
kinda interested
technology.
Interested in knowing how like you got her to make that logo. Like, did you have to like give her anything to look at, or like what you? Because when I told her my idea for the Aloha Broha logo, I sent her a bunch of psychedelic concert posters. I forgot the name of the artist, but this one particular artist, he's like well known for doing those like 70s or 60s,
Right,
70s
yeah.
like hippie style psychedelic rock concert posters and shit.
Well, with Marika, what happened was when I was talking about it with Tittabite, she told me, "Oh, the same girl that did Aloha Broha, she can do your logo, and she's super good." And I had told Rihanna my ideas. I wanted it to look old school. I gave her a color scheme, but she gave me like a bunch. And Rihanna basically, what is the word? Telephoned the idea to her and came out with that.
Telephone
Yes.
relayed,
Relayed?
passed on,
Passed on. Thank you. I couldn't think.
told.
I said telephone because, when you telephone something, usually it comes out different. It
Yeah,
came
but-
out like better than I had thought.
Yeah, no, that's actually exactly what I was thinking. It was like she got like a chain of people together,
Yeah.
and then just like whispered into the first person's
then
ear, and that
something
person
totally
whispered into the
something
next
else.
person's ear.
Yeah. So it was me to Rihanna, Rihanna to Marika. And when I was ready to purchase.
That's not a very big chain to telephone with. It doesn't seem like there'd be a lot of
Short line.
Yeah.
misinterpretations.
But like I had my idea in my head and I tried my best to express it the best way I could to Rihanna, and she delivered it perfectly, better if anything, because I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, this is fresh.
Very cool.
Yeah, so shout out to her. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hope to meet you soon, because we never really officially met. I didn't even know she was at the Hawaii Fashion Week. when
Oh
we were
yeah, she
there.
like passed by.
Yeah, I didn't even know, because I didn't know what she looked like, and yeah.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, so shout out to her one time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What are you doing?
I don't know.
I was enjoying the silence. I wanted to see how long that silence would go for. So we, as a podcast, went and saw Deadpool on Thursday.
Yes, we did, and I watched it again on Friday night.
So Sheiks, tell me what you think.
I just put a pretzel in my mouth.
I know, that's why I'm trying to get you to not be eating on the podcast. So I'm engaging you while you have food in your mouth.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna
That's how like Fresh is gonna be. It's gonna be her eating and trying to
Shut
embrace
up,
somebody
shut
at the same time, just having a bag of chips. Like, so tell me about your music.
No. That's not how it's gonna be.
Tell me how-
I promise.
What were your thoughts on the process of the artistic making of this song? That the art and shit.
No, that's not how it's gonna be.
Welcome to Fresh.
I don't even know. Oh my gosh, that's one thing. I don't even know how I'm gonna do. Like, just introduce things. Like, I'm still working on that too. I'm just kind of like, damn.
It's best to let it be born. as
Yeah,
I
just
say.
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like found Hey Hi Hello.
That's from a song, you know. And Aloha Bro is from a song. It's just
Yep.
I just take lyrics and turn them into other things. Like that's what I do.
What was I talking about? Oh, my favorite part.
So
What did I think about it, or what my favorite part is? I'm sorry.
No, we're asking about what you thought of it.
Oh,
And
I
then-
thought it was amazing. I watched it 2 nights in a row, back to back. It
Very
was
good.
really, really good. I had to deal with a lot of couples on Friday night. It was people sucking face, people carrying each other, people tickling each other. And I was like, yo, okay, well, whatever.
Were you
Yeah.
jealous? Is that why you had to deal with it, or did you want to be tickled?
Let's be real. Yeah, I was fucking jealous. I was like, I'm just because to be honest, I said the same thing. I said, I'm just hating because if that was me, I'd be doing the same thing too. I was just.
You would be
hating.
a rude person in a fucking movie theater.
I'm not a rude person in the movie
I'm
theater.
just saying, if you did that, it would be
in
pretty
the
rude.
no. It was like while we were standing in line.
Oh, okay,
to
never mind.
Yeah, hell no. If people were making out beside me, I would just be like, "Yo, you need to get the fuck out of here and go get a hotel or something."
Trying to watch a movie.
Your car, whatever.
Trying to watch a movie, sucker.
Not hear you fucking
Sucker.
smacking your lips and sucking on each other's face.
Sense a lot of animosity in this general area. Right now.
I'm just saying, I've seen that happen before, especially in middle school. I thought that was so stupid. When
Like PDA.
yeah, I'm like, why the fuck? What the fuck?
So what about you, Cozy? What did you think of the movie?
Fucking awesome. From like, I'm not a big like Deadpool. I'm not like super into like I haven't read the comics, you know what I'm saying? I read
Yeah.
a few of the comics, like single issues here and there, but from what I know about the character, I think they got it spot on, but they did tone it down just a little bit compared to like what Deadpool became now in the comic. He's just some crazy lunatic dude, you know what I'm saying? But the way they handled it in the movie, I thought it was fucking great. Like,
Yes.
it's like
Yeah,
you
I
don't
concur.
see, you don't get. I don't think this is the first rated R superhero movie, comic book
Yes.
movie.
Yes, very
Yeah, you
much
don't get
so.
that.
And it's
so-
also the biggest release a rated R movie's ever had.
Yeah, exactly.
My coworker described. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Keep going.
But yeah, the level, like, I love the violent movies. Like, it didn't really. I guess it held back a little bit, but I mean, you guys, you see a guy just get turned like a fly running into a windshield on a fucking freeway sign. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And you see everything.
And then when
Usually
the guy
it'll like
gets
cut away.
shot in the head,
It's implied violence,
that was
but
dope.
this one they show you
It was
violence. You know what I mean?
It reminded me a lot of like the very first time I saw The Other Guys with Will Ferrell. And,
yeah.
And in the beginning, they're following The Rock and Samuel Jackson or whatever, and they're like, "Let's do this," and they jump off the roof.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole slow motion falling,
And they hit the ground.
and then you think they're gonna cut away to a black, and you hear them hit the ground, and then
Just go,
but they show them smacking the ground. You're like, "Oh shit!"
yeah.
Oh, I remembered. My coworker described Deadpool as the detention kids of X-Men. Like, they're good kids. They just crazy.
Yeah.
That's what he described them as.
Yeah, but I love the movie. It was awesome. It was great. I think it's my favorite superhero movie underneath The Dark Knight right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, I thought there was just the right amount of sarcastic jokes in
Very,
it
very.
and serious stuff going on. Like it was really well blended.
It was
It
kept
did
thinking-
really well.
Well, while we were watching the movie, I was just thinking, this is like the most awesome vlog ever. Because you know how he's like talking, he's like talking to the camera,
Yeah.
like to the audience and shit. He's like a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Deadpool's like a YouTuber right now. It's just like on the big screen and shit.
I think small spoilers here, but I think one of my favorite jokes in the whole thing was when he's getting Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead to come help him.
Yeah.
He shows up at the Xavier School and he's like, when they're leaving.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
He goes, how come every time I show up, like this is a giant school, how come every time I show up I only see you two guys? It's like the studio could only afford 2 X-Men.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
It was so funny.
I like
But
how
there's so many just on point little critiques
I
like
like how
that.
he like references the Deadpool and X-Men origins like multiple times, I think. So there's like the toy.
Yeah,
It's like a
and-
match shot of him flying through the air, and it's like stopped in time, and then it cuts to the
toy version
of the X-Men
of
origins.
the shitty Deadpool.
The shitty Deadpool.
Yeah.
With the sewed up mouth and the
Yeah.
Baraka.
And then there's the reference to the Green Lantern, which everyone saw in the commercials, which is the whole, just don't make the super suit green or animated.
Didn't he have there was in the intro, there was a card with Green Lantern, right? That was Green Lantern, right? In the wallet that was flying in midair.
Oh, I might have missed that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, and all those like Hugh Jackman jokes.
Oh yeah, just constant jokes on
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Apparently, like I
Talks
don't.
about grabbing his balls in like the first 10
Yeah.
minutes, I think.
Yeah, I know there's a ton of from what I understand, I don't, again, I'm kind of like Cozy here. I don't read the comics so much. I've read bits and pieces, but from what I understand, there's a big kind of like feud between Deadpool and Wolverine because essentially they got the same healing power.
They were both in the Weapon X program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Deadpool likes to rip on him and Wolverine likes to beat him up and shit.
Yeah. I also heard that he has I also heard that little like the thing that the relationship that Colossus and Deadpool have is like a thing in the comics. Like he likes to fuck with people that are just big and strong because Deadpool's pretty much OP in the comics. You know?
Yeah,
he's like overpowered like hella.
Yeah, he comes back from everything. So
I think at one point in the comics too, like he gets his head cut off, and then like it's like there's like different versions of Deadpool. There's like this run of Deadpool it's just a bunch of different versions of Deadpool. There's like a zombie Deadpool and there's a regular Deadpool.
yeah, there's a dog Deadpool.
The dog pool or something like that. And there's one instance of Deadpool where he gets his head chopped off and it's just like he stays alive. It's just the head and he's called Headpool. And in the comics he has a little propeller so he can hover around and shit.
That's crazy. So how does he regenerate from that if his head is cut off? Does his body regenerate or does his head regenerate? Or both?
I'm not sure how they
Dun
did
dun
it.
dun.
Yeah, I don't know. They would just take just really long.
It would really depend on like how exactly his healing factor occurs.
The only run I ever read of Deadpool in the comics was when he actually lost his powers, so he had to be like extra careful. His healing factor, he lost his healing factor, so he could die and shit. But that's the only
That
like,
is crazy.
one of the comics
Also, my
that I
next
read.
sorry. My next question is he healing from his sores? Because like there's some
Constantly.
scenes-
That's why he's like scarred and shit.
Well, the scars are there. They supposedly, from what I understand, is he got given his or he. Okay, so in the movie, they have it say that like they unlocked his healing powers if the mutant gene was there and it just became active.
Yeah.
Or they forced it to become active or something. But from what I remember, and I'm probably wrong because I don't read Marvel or Deadpool very much, but I thought like they forcibly put the healing gene into him.
Okay.
Or the healing factor into him, and that process caused him to scar. And so anything that any scars and stuff before he got his healing factor stayed, and that's why he just looks like a avocado, older, squishier avocado.
And they hated each other.
Or Freddy Krueger fucked the topographical map of Utah.
TJ Miller was awesome.
He was amazing. I love TJ Miller and everything.
Weasel or something?
I don't remember, but he was awesome.
He was I love the baby hand. The baby hand was my favorite part. Not my most favorite part. There's another one. What did I say? What the other one was?
The one where he's punching Colossus.
Oh yeah, when he just kept hitting Colossal and like
breaking
breaking his.
That was great. I was laughing so hard I couldn't hear what they were saying, so I kind of missed what the little,
when he was
quips.
hopping around.
Yeah, like I didn't hear anything they said just because I was laughing so hard.
I like that when they started the final fight there, Colossus got knocked way the fuck back. And then Nick Sonic, Teenage Warhead, just like on her phone. She's like, "Can you stop tweeting right now?" And she's just like, she throws her phone. She like types one thing, throws her phone, and then just shows up and fucking goes off, and the chick goes flying back and shit.
I downloaded the soundtrack.
It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah, there's a Deadpool rap.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's when it plays when when he's just making his suit and he's walking into the thing and all of that throughout the whole part. That monologue or not monologue montage. Sorry, movie montage.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was well done.
The blind old lady was awesome. She's cool. That's the homie.
Yeah.
That's
Give
the
it up.
homie.
And takes her gun.
Give it up. Give it
The
up.
one little gun. And then he leaves the bag in the cab.
Yeah. That's the kid from that movie that show you, like, right on
Yeah,
Yahoo?
Other Space.
Other Space. And he's also in the Amazon, the fucking Silicon Valley ripoff that I told you to watch. He's in there. He's gay.
I've been meaning to watch that. I think I lost my Amazon Prime status, so I need to like re-up. I need to like re-up so I can go watch all the Amazon Prime Video stuff.
Captain Deadpool.
Oh, man. And they teased at the end. There's the little end. Was that from Ferris Bueller, right?
Yeah,
That
it's a ripple. It's very similar shot from the Ferris Bueller's.
And they teased that Deadpool's gonna, Cable's gonna be in the sequel. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of stoked for that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's plans for a sequel, but I'm also certain that nothing is set in stone yet. Although with this major opening that it's had, as far as like the biggest rated R opening ever, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the sequel now.
I've read that they're already working on it. They're writing it or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Like, because we all know, obviously, by the opening amount of opening weekend, the amount of money that they made. Do you think the movie's going to be a little bit more different, or do you think they're going to keep the atmosphere the same?
Well, this one took like what 7 years, 10 years.
Well, I mean, it was like a 10-year in the making sort of thing. Like there was an idea, and then it kind of was like, yeah, let's do this, and then they introduced this Deadpool character in the X-Men Origins, and that was supposed to. Based off the reaction to Deadpool and that, they were going to greenlight the movie for Deadpool. And then everyone was like, that's not Deadpool. Fuck that shit, blah, 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 blah. And so everyone was like, well, we're not doing a Deadpool movie now because studios can be stupid like that. Yeah. And then, I guess 2 years ago, they released that.
A year or two ago, yeah.
Yeah.
The concept.
Yeah, the little concept. CGI. Yeah, the CGI concept work. It was
it's like the very first scene in the movie, in the actual movie.
I'm trying animatic.
Yeah.
The animatic.
Where Deadpool's like sitting on the freeway listening to Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, and then drops into the car.
Somebody leaked it, and that's the reason that this movie got greenlit.
Basically,
because of the reaction from that little teaser.
Yeah, they're like, that's Deadpool. That's the Deadpool that we want. And so they're like, okay, well,
I
let
fucking
them play
remember that shit breaking on Kotaku too. I remember watching it. It was like really like low res footage, but you could still see what was going on. Fuck.
And then they released the high res.
Yeah, shortly after, which is like a thing to do now. If somebody like leaks your shit, we'll just put the trailer out.
Yeah,
fuck it.
So. Yeah, it was interesting. It was a very interesting process. I'm glad to see that it came out and did very well. Like, I'm glad that it just wasn't a shit show, because it could have very easily turned into a shit show. Although I will say this, seeing the new trailers for Batman and Superman, I'm sadly admitting that I'm back to being excited for it again.
Really? Why? What new has came out? Because I haven't seen any new shit recently.
You guys were
still excited for the movie.
Yeah, you guys were still getting popcorn, but they showed the new trailer for it that came out.
God damn it!
Yeah, and also too, the other thing that re-sparked my interest was I read a Reddit subthread or a Reddit thread that was talking about a supposed leaked script for it. And someone in this thread recapped what was supposed to be the plot line for the script, and I was like, "That's actually not a like it didn't have the full script, so I couldn't read what the exact script said." But he basically was bullet pointing everything and hitting all the plot lines and whatnot. I was like, "That's not bad," and that's basically how I kind of saw like in my head. I was sitting there, I was like, "Well, if they're gonna do a Batman versus Superman, they would have to do something similar to this, or they'd have to do something kind of like this for it to be decent or worth trying to do."
Yeah.
And that supposed leaked script that was the old script and whatnot, which supposedly that script is not what they're doing. But I think that it's actually a decent script, and they're probably going to have a holdover for most of what that script is, especially since we haven't seen any images of Aquaman.
Does it mention Bizarro at all?
No.
Because I heard some theories about that.
What'd you hear?
That Bizarro's in it.
Oh, well, I mean, when they originally showed what everyone is assuming, or I don't know if it's been confirmed that creature that they end up both fighting together, or all three of them fighting together is
Dark. No, not Dark Side. The other thing, Apocalypse.
No, you'll get it. Come on.
Oh, fuck.
Death of Superman.
I didn't read Superman. No. I was going to say Abomination.
Abomination.
They look similar.
You know, now I've just blanked on it myself. I just had it in my head and I completely forgot.
Yeah. Super stoked for that movie. Are you stoked for it, Cheese? You weren't stoked on it because you hated Man of Steel, right?
I was really...
You didn't like it?
I was really disappointed with Man of Steel.
I was entertained by Man of Steel.
What's really intriguing
me about... But I'm not like a Superman fan. What's intriguing about this for me?
What's intriguing me about...
Oh, intriguing you? Oh, I thought you were asking me a question.
No, you can answer it, though. I want to know now.
You go first.
Okay,
Doomsday.
well...
Doomsday. You started with a D.
Yeah, so back before we get to what you were saying, Sheiks, just so I can finish the thought that I was on. What everyone... I don't know if it's been confirmed, but what everyone is saying is Doomsday. I thought that was going to be Bizarro. And I thought that would have fit better than throwing Doomsday out right in the beginning. I think it would be better for that to be Bizarro, but it's obviously not dressed like Bizarro. So,
One
Anyway.
of the Bizarro theories purports that, well, there's this shot in the trailer of like they're in Lex Luthor's like little lair or something, and Superman's just chilling in the background for some reason, or what appears to be Superman.
Oh, I haven't noticed that at all.
Yeah, that's one thing.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Intriguing.
I'll watch it now.
Yeah. What is intriguing you about?
Batman versus Superman.
Yes, what?
That this is as close to like the Dark Knight Returns on the big screen
In live action.
as we're gonna get.
I mean, they got the animated versions on.
Oh, and
on
that's
HBO
awesome.
right
They
now.
have
Yeah,
fucking
those are good.
RoboCop plays Batman. Fucking yeah, that's awesome. I have it. It's on HBO.
Yeah, it's on HBO now and go.
I actually bought the first half because they released it in 2 parts. I have the first one on iTunes. Now I gotta go watch the whole thing.
What's intriguing me about Batman versus Superman is, why did I sound like that?
Batman versus Superman.
What's intriguing me is Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
I don't understand why people are so intrigued. Like, I am solidly understanding, at least in my opinion,
I'm
that
a fan of
he's
that.
gonna.
No,
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna
a
be
huge
good.
fan of
Batfleck,
Ben
bro.
Affleck.
I thought that was a great
Since-
decision. As soon as it got announced, I was like, "Yo, he's fucking Bruce Wayne. He's Batman. Like, fucking hell yeah."
I know he can pull off a Bruce Wayne. It's more like I want to see him pull off Batman.
He's jacked. Have you seen those pictures of him, like in the tight fitting?
I don't have any qualms about him being like. I think that was one of the best picks for a Batman
Yeah,
ever.
better than Christian fucking Bale. I think I didn't like Christian Bale. Sorry.
I don't think he did bad.
Yeah, I don't think
think
he
it
did
was.
bad
I think
either.
he did something very different from what everyone else was kind of expecting, and I thought that it worked well for Nolan's universe.
Yeah.
But it's definitely different for sure. I'm not seeing it because of Ben Affleck. I know that that's like at least the one good decision that's coming out of this movie. So I'm interested to see if it's anything like the leaked script that I read, because that was a decent script, and I kind of want to see that script.
Nice. What?
Send me that script, man. I want to check it out.
I would have to. It's
Just
somewhere.
tag us.
It's gone somewhere in Reddit. I didn't save it or
Oh,
anything.
you
It was
didn't save it?
forever ago. Yeah.
I'll find it.
What other trailers did we miss?
There's the new X-Men movie.
Yeah,
They
the
showed
new
that
the
trailer?
Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse.
Ah, shit. Okay. What else?
How do you think that's gonna go?
The Civil War trailer. The Apocalypse movie.
Yeah. I don't care too much about Civil War, but
I don't know.
excited about it.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'll probably see it.
Apocalypse is one of my favorite X-Men characters. He's supposed to be like the original mutant, and there's this whole. I have the complete run of like his origin story, and it's set in ancient Egypt. You know, so it's really, I don't know, it's really trippy. It's kind of cool.
I'm excited.
Just doesn't look like Apocalypse, and it's Oscar Isaac. It's fucking Poe Dameron playing Apocalypse.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll see it for sure. I don't really have an opinion on it yet. I just don't know enough about it. So we'll see.
I'm excited to see it. I want to see it. Just because it has to deal with the
Are you?
original mutant. Yes. Don't you look at me with those eyes.
What eyes?
Your hair is getting really long. I
I
see it
know,
going like
it's-
this.
It's so long right
Gotta
now.
go for that that look with the long hair.
I don't know. See,
That
like
Kurt
my,
Cobain. He got
shit.
Kurt Cobain thing going on, a little grunge.
I'm like my original plan was like,
Blow
well,
your head off with a
I'm just-
shotgun eventually.
eventually, but just take some time. I need to have a girlfriend that's driving me crazy and a lot of heroin first. But anyway, so I actually like my whole kind of plan with the long hair is like I gotta find a stylist and be like, I have a lot of hair now. Find a look that is interesting because I'm tired of having this military cut that I usually go with all the time.
Dread it up, man.
Why don't you
Do what?
Dread it up.
You want me to do dreads?
Wow,
Yeah.
that would be cool. Grow out your beard too while you're at it.
Oh, you know what? You need
I
to
can't
you need to
grow the
try that new look that I see everywhere on Facebook now. The man braids.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was
You gotta
thinking,
do the
I was
man
like, huh.
braids.
Oh my god.
I was thinking about doing like traditional samurai top knot where I just shave the top of my head but leave the sides and then have the back and then I fold the top knot over so it sits on the bald part of my head.
And then if someone like cuts it off, you have to deal with the shame for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Is that how it works, right?
Something like that.
Something.
Jesus.
The notorious.
Don't bring him into this.
Jesus, with your lyrical thesis.
I wanna do braids too. Those super tight ones. Just two.
Just two.
Just two.
Like the solid gangster type. Like how it just like.
And it's like
I feel like you would look like a Twi'lek if you had two braids.
I would look like a what?
Twi'lek.
Oh.
It's an alien species in Star Wars.
Yeah. Don't you think that like if she just had like two braids that came like
I
this
thought you said
and then
Twilight.
went
I was
down
like, what?
Yeah.
like that, she would look like a Twi'lek.
If they were like fat, because
Yeah.
they're pretty thick.
Yeah.
You
Gotta grow out your
I'm
hair
trying
small.
to-
got
I'm trying to-
volumize or something.
I'm trying to get this picture of these braids that I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I don't want to look hella butch.
Oh,
not?
yeah, that's a fine line to walk when it comes to braids. Yeah, why not Butch?
What's wrong
Like
with Butch?
this, like
Yeah,
this.
pound 'em.
Like this.
It's awesome for an audio medium.
I'm sorry. Well,
Well, it's this very attractive young lady wearing a
shout out to
tan
Leanne V.
dress. Her name is Leanne.
Leanne.
V.
Yeah, Leanne
This
V.
picture was taken in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.
Yeah, she's
last night,
she's a
palm
famous
trees.
Viner from LA.
Oh, Viner. That's
Yeah.
crazy how people get famous off of Vine.
Yeah. She's part of that whole Young California thing. She does music too.
It's crazy that all the famous Viners know each other. Just like how all the famous YouTube cats or Snapchat people all kind of know each other.
Yeah.
It's like a little community.
A lot of Vine stars. I follow a lot of the people I follow on Vine. I follow on Snapchat too.
I
They put out stories and they're kind of funny.
I'm trying not to burp on the mic.
Shouldn't have been drinking the Monster and eating right before we did a podcast, and then while we're doing a podcast.
I just got off work. I don't know if you could tell because I have my name tag on.
So unprofessional.
What? That just what?
I didn't notice that. You do still have your name tag on.
I do still have my name tag on. I'm getting limited data.
What's really funny is when we walked in and we started setting up, she was like, "Oh, it's cold out. Good thing I brought my jacket." And I'm sitting here right now and I'm sweating fucking balls.
It's really warm right now.
I am
man.
Warm.
so hot.
It's warm as fuck.
I kind of want to turn on the fan, but it's gonna ruin our audio.
No, don't do that. My allergies.
You're making me hot just sitting there in your sweater. Oh, look at it, it's fucking cold. It's like I was just joking. I'm not being serious, but you're still taking off the sweater anyway.
Damn it, whatever.
Is that a vest?
Low key, it says West 91 in the back.
West 91.
She's wearing a hoodie
It's
vest.
like a jersey, and it says California.
Word out,
It's a hoodie with no arms.
Yeah, so I'm not that cold.
You should throw up the hood.
No.
Why not? I like that she says no and then she does it anyway.
Look at it. I have my headphones on.
Yeah,
It's like you're working out. You're like
pull
one
it
of
out
those
around the headphones.
gym
There you go.
rats that have the cut off sleeves and then the headphones. They
Yeah.
go to the gym with the big DJ headphones and they put their hoodie on. They're just jogging, or they're on the stairmaster or something.
Oh, jeez.
You look like you're working out.
You're losing weight just sitting here.
Yep. I wish that were true, but I was just eating munchies and drinking Monster, which was
Yeah, I know.
complete
All of our
fucking
audience
opposite.
knows that you were just eating munchies and
Could you
drinking
still
Monster.
hear it even if I was
Yes.
moving? Damn it!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
That's why I was like, I hate chewing sounds. 'Cause that's all I hear right now.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, listeners.
Cozy took off his headphones because of it.
You were smacking your lips.
Yeah, I know.
You were smacking
He
your
took off
lips,
his
and he was
headphones
like,
'cause of me.
"Okay, I'm gonna just wait."
You did it too.
I stopped. You kept going. Stop playing footsies with me. I'm
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
kick you.
No balls.
What you doing over there, Cozy?
Facebook.
I'm gonna look at my phone. I got a message from my
You guys lost
HR.
me. What are we talking about? Trailers and shit? Oh, well, today, we were talking about it being warm as fuck. Dude, it was hot as fuck in town today. My parents are trying to sell the house and shit, so we had an open house today, so I had to leave the house. I was like, okay, what am I going to
Any
do?
idea where you're moving to?
Copperware.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do for these 5 hours until I have to go pick up sheets? All right, fucking powwow just wrapped up. Everybody's done painting and shit, so all the murals all up. So I went to Kakaako. The weather said it was cloudy. So I went to Kakaako and the weather was not cloudy. There was no clouds. There's 0 clouds, 100% sun. And I'm wearing this all black. I'm in a beanie, and we're joggers on, and it's fucking hot as fuck.
And it's black.
But I soldiered on and I walked around Kakaako taking time lapses of the murals.
That's dope.
Yeah. Then there's one painter that was still painting, and it was the fattest piece in the whole thing. It was the side of the Office Max warehouse.
Oh shit!
And it was I swear it was a block long. That's how big that wall was. And there's a visual audio medium. Anyways, she was still painting. It was just like chick, and I looked on her the little cherry picker thing that they stand on to do the
Right.
walls. It had her Instagram name. She goes by. Let me pull this up. What the fuck does she go by? Starfighter A or Starfighter or something. Here's half the piece. It was like
that's crazy.
what it looked like from where I was like on each end of the opposite ends of the building were like the profiles of like Aztec warriors or something and then their hands like joined together in the middle and they were holding like birds or something.
That's so crazy. This is a crazy.
And that's not
piece.
even like half of it. Like,
Oh my
fucking
gosh, the side of the plane. That one's crazy too.
Side of a plane.
This is a plane thing, right? This is a plane.
Oh yeah, dude, she's sick.
Dang.
But anyway, I got to watch her. I watched her paint for a little bit.
Yeah, then
I wanted to talk to her, but it looked like she was being interviewed by a photographer. Like she was like standing up there with the girl that was painting.
Oh, well, shout out to her, Starfighter A,
I don't know, or Starfighter. I don't know how to say it. There's an A at the end of Starfighter.
Starfighter A,
Maybe.
Starfighter,
Starfighter.
Starfighter.
If you
I'm
did
sorry if you're listening to this because we just wanted to clarify. People say my name wrong too. It's okay.
If you were a graffiti writer, Ben, what would your name be?
Trip.
Trip. Just because that was your brave name.
Probably. Yeah. I mean,
Trip,
What would yours be?
mine.
Because a lot of writers like to pick their names because it's like letters that they like and it looks good when they write it out.
yeah.
There's that much to it, I think. I assume.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
You know what they say when you assume.
S's.
What do they say when they...
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong.
Exactly. So, 50-50.
Yeah, mine. I don't know. I like drawing S's.
I like drawing S's too.
Yeah, I don't know why. S's.
That'll be your name.
Just a bunch of S's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
S's. S's for sure. And sometimes J, but I never really found a word. I don't know what my name would be. Trying to think about
Like
it.
all things, it'll come to you.
Yep.
It has to be born. It has to be
has to
organic.
be
You know what I'm
born.
saying? I like to say it has to be born. Like, what should I call this? It has to be born. You know what I'm saying?
So Scalia died.
What?
Oh, the Supreme Court
Justice.
person.
Yeah.
What's the significance of that? Because people were like blowing that up on social media.
I think there's an Onion article title that I think sums it up very, very good. And I'm going to see if I can remember it without butchering it. But it said Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia died due to complications from his 30-year battle against social progress. So, but he's been one of the Supreme Court justices who's been leading like anti-women's rights and trying to.
Oh, he's a
fuck up-
horrible person.
Oh yeah, it makes very horrible, tending to be religious decisions about how our laws and how our Constitution is supposed to be interpreted, and is generally on the side that is against social progress and equal rights. So like he was one of the people that was against gay marriage.
Yeah,
And
people were like celebrating his death.
I wouldn't go like. I mean, I understand why people do. I wouldn't go that far personally. I'm happy that seat is now open for hopefully a more progressive person to take the stand
Yeah.
and influence and have better influence over the world. But yeah, no, he was just not a great dude from what I've seen and heard. I mean, I'm sure personally he's a fine, great, upstanding citizen and whatnot, but he's just the decisions that he's made while he was a Supreme Court justice have been very
Fucked up.
anti-social progress and anti-gay, anti-women's rights.
Backwards.
I mean, that's a that's a judgment that I'm not willing to place on it yet, but by my moral standards, not good. So
I see.
yeah.
Interesting. I don't follow this stuff too much, man. I mean, I see it, but I don't know how to process it and how to feel about it.
Well, that's why you got Politic Ben here.
Politic Ben.
Yeah.
Politic.
Had to just go and fuck that up.
What the fuck? What?
I don't know.
You've been coming
It's
at
so
me
fun.
lately.
It's so fun to fuck with you.
Ever since you just been coming at me.
It's just
Coming
so
at
easy.
my
Come at me, bro.
It's just so easy to mess with you, and you're really easy to like throw
But
off.
it's funny because I just go along with it sometimes. I'm just
yeah,
like, what the
it's
fuck?
great.
Everybody likes to do that to me though. It's kind of
People like to fuck with you?
yep,
Huh.
all the time.
Why?
Fuck with you or fucks with you?
Is it because you're like gullible? Because
No, so
I'm
okay,
incredibly
I'm not gonna lie.
gullible. So people fuck with me, and I think I fall for her shit all the time. Like the one time, I forgot what it was. Where the fuck? Puerto Rico. Quality told me that the state animal of Puerto Rico was the pit bull. And I totally believed him.
Did you say state animal?
Or like the official animal of that,
Country.
whatever the fuck you call it. You know how
US
places
territory.
have, you know
think
places
this-
have
I
animals
think-
and shit.
I think the story is better if he tried to tell you that it was the state animal.
I'm pretty sure those were his words. Like
That
the
would be
state animal.
fantastic.
Colleen
That would
needs to
be
come
like
on
that
the
would be
show.
ingenious
back.
and amazing.
Isn't Puerto Rico like
It's a U.S. territory.
yeah territory?
Yes, it is.
All right, we got some rain going. It sounds like.
People gonna be relaxed
Here,
listening.
everyone,
to
everyone,
this.
start whispering. Listen to the soothing sounds of the rain. That's Hawaii rain.
Hawaii rain. Yeah.
Enjoy and meditate on its sound.
Picture light drizzle caressing the tops of your
Oh my
windshield.
Can you see the little green frog hiding under the leaf?
Yes, I can. Tell me,
Cozy
little
almost
green
ran one
frog.
over today.
Way to not whisper. Way to not whisper.
Cozy
Fuck
wasn't
up the bit.
whispering.
I
He was.
No, your voice was just really down.
really down.
There you go.
Really,
You have
really
to put on
soft.
your hand.
Wait, I almost ran over a green frog
You ran over a frog. Almost.
today.
Right? Remember you were like, you swerved and you said there was a frog. And I was like, what the
I
fuck?
don't fucking remember
you
that
didn't-
today.
It was by Pro City, by the Pro City Industrial Park. Like
So-
you slammed on your brakes.
Sheiks.
Never
I know.
mind, we weren't even there. But you slammed on your brakes at one point.
What do you mean I wasn't there?
How can he be the one that said it? But okay, so Sheiks, I realize that most of the time when we talk about hallucinogens, it's me and Cozy that are doing them.
Shut up.
I don't
Do you
remember.
have something that
I
you'd
don't
like to admit to us?
No. I'm picturing the wrong area.
I
You
don't remember.
slammed on your brakes for a little bit and you're like, whoa. And then I said, what the fuck happened? What happened? And you're just like, this frog was crossing the street. The
That
road.
did not happen
I
today.
swear to God,
no
it happened.
fucking way.
Cozy, you need to go to sleep.
I swear. I know I'm tired, but I remember if I almost hit a frog because I've run over toads before and they pop when you hit them. They go like
Wow.
that, like little balloons. I swear to God, because there's so much, especially when it rains, and Makakila just hopping around like little dumbasses on top of the fucking road. And then they're small and they're like a little camouflage. You don't know they're there until like the last minute, and then fuck toad. And then the toad's just gone.
I got a funny story about running over an animal.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if it's funny to everyone, but it's funny to me. So back when I had really severe depression and I was in the Marine Corps,
Yeah.
there was one point where I was like, you know what? I have a broken ass car that's only running. It's a 4-cylinder Integra, and I'm just only running on 2 cylinders right now. But I'm gonna drive around base because driving makes me feel better. And I was really fucking depressed, and so I started driving around base, and I'm going down this like dark road. It's kind of like in the back of the base area, and I'm just like sitting there like feeling still really really depressed. And then in the headlights, I see a rabbit run out in front of my car, and then just stop. Right where my wheel is.
Oh, bunny.
And so I just ran over this rabbit, and then I was like,
It's
I
probably
don't,
late.
like I don't believe in God,
Probably
but I was
stopped
like,
it from getting somewhere.
Did
Did it have a little clock?
No, sadly, I wish it did. And I wouldn't have been depressed if I saw a clock on that rabbit. But no, but like it just stopped right in front of my wheel, and I ran it over, and I just remember sitting there like, that bunny just sacrificed his life so I could feel better. Because I instantly felt better.
Oh my God.
It was really weird, and it's really fucked up saying it, but
Speaking of,
that happened.
that's terrible. Rest in peace, by the way, little bunny rabbit.
Yeah, no, thank you. You made me not, want to be suicidal that night.
Speaking of animals getting run over, a couple weeks ago, I found a little bird. It was like a little bird that was in one of those
I
like
was just
newspaper
gonna bring that
dispensers.
up.
Like I was on, okay,
I remember seeing that. You put
every-
that up.
every morning, Monday through Friday, I walk over to the the post office in downtown that's right across from the palace, and I'll smoke a cigarette or vape in front of the little newspaper dispensers. And I was as I was smoking a cigarette in one of those street dream dispensers, the purple ones with the it has the cars and the half naked chicks on them.
Yeah.
There's a fucking little bird just chilling inside of it,
wasn't there?
Huh?
Didn't I see a net? Because you went in, there was a video when you kind of opened it up.
Food.
There was a plate of, a little nest, I guess, or a little plate of. Well, I didn't see the nest. There's a little plate of food. I was like, oh, somebody's keeping this here. Maybe this bird can't fly or something. But I didn't think of the fact that maybe somebody's taking care of the bird. I just thought the bird's probably gonna die in here. I was just thinking of that. So throughout the day, I kept thinking about it, and then
you went back and let it go, and then you found it smashed on the road the next day.
Almost.
Damn.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
no, actually, this is what happened. I had to go to the post office, right? So I went, okay, let me go check up on this bird. Oh, fuck, this bird's still there. It's probably been in here the whole day. It looks like nobody came to check up on it. So maybe I'll go set it free and fly it. It could fly away and do its thing. So I opened the thing and I let it. It looked like it really wanted to get the fuck up out of there. So I was like, okay, get the fuck up out of there. And then it flew a little bit. And apparently this bird can't fly good. But it was learning how to fly. It was a little teenage bird that didn't know how to fly completely, so it's just little hovering here and there, and it hovers right into the fucking road, bro. Hovers right into the road, right into the middle of the road, and the road that it hovered on was particularly busy. And I just watched as a fucking giant SUV. It wasn't even a little car; it was a huge SUV. It was a big SUV. It was like a Chevy or something. Just fucking demolished the bird. Run right over it.
Well, we now know that
and there's this old man that was watching the whole thing happen. He just looked so indifferent. It was hilarious because you just the most stoic face ever. Oh, the bird fucking died. Well, me, I was freaking out. Oh my god, I ate it in the death of this fucking little bird that couldn't even fly it. I was shit. And every day I walk to the post office, I look at where the bird died, and little by little, it's still just little white feathers. They're disappearing. Every day I pass by, it's lesser and lesser feathers on the road. I'm like, oh my god.
That reminds me.
It haunts me.
This reminds me, if this was on video, it reminds me of those videos that you see if someone's be free, and then
that's exactly what it felt like.
He said it felt like a cartoon. It was
I was in a car.
One of my favorite stories was some friends of mine bought this big house in up in Seattle ranch land somewhere, and so there was a whole bunch, they just had this huge backyard with this really tall overgrown grass, and they had a little chihuahua, and so the chihuahua started running around and was jumping up and down in the grass, and within a minute a fucking eagle came down and just grabbed the chihuahua, and they never saw the chihuahua again.
Oh man, but yeah, it was one of those videos where be free, and then smack her. There's this one Facebook video of a guy that picks up a bird inside of the house, of a bird that flew right into the window, and as he's picking it up, the bird flies jets out and right back into the window. He gets knocked the fuck out, dude. I cannot, dude. I was dying at that. I don't know why I feel such remorse over this bird maybe it's because I had a hand in his demise. You know what I mean?
Probably.
When you were texting me what was happening, I didn't know whether to laugh or.
I was cracking up inside, was actually really sad at the same time because of the whole thing looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
People were watching me setting the bird free. You know what I mean? People were passing by. People were walking and watching all of this happen.
Oh, that's nice. Oh.
There's a fucking golf. There was a fucking golf place right on the corner where the bird died.
Oh, I know that's free. I know that.
Yeah. It's where people go buy their hydro flask and shit. But there were guys hanging out outside there too, and I was just I had a little walk of shame feeling as I walked past them. I wonder if they saw that. Oh, they probably did.
Oh my god.
Fuck Valentine's Day.
Fuck Valentine's Day. Not really, but whatever.
Oh no, you guys can be honest, man. If you guys really hate Valentine's Day because of what it stands for,
I don't.
It's okay.
I don't hate.
I don't hate Valentine's. I kind of do because it's so commercialized, but at the same time, I'm just kind of indifferent. For me, it's always just been
just think of it as the day that Captain Cook got his head smashed in.
Okay, cool.
That's true. Important day in history.
Yep.
The day before President's Day.
Captain Cook impersonating a god.
Was he impersonating a god?
Well,
Did he try and tell
when
everyone that he was a god?
It's because when he came to the islands, it was the same season of when one of the war gods would come.
Yeah.
Right, but did he try and tell everyone that he was a god?
He tried to milk it. That's what he did.
Yeah.
He kept coming back, and he kept expecting the same treatment that he got the first time. And eventually, these motherfuckers were like, yo, this dude's just like using us and shit.
Yeah,
okay.
because when he came back the second time, you know what I mean? It was the wrong season. He wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, they were like throwing women at him and shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think at one point he like forcibly took one. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I gotta up on my history, but
Yeah. I taught this in 7th grade when I was working at the school. So it was like,
yeah.
it's a lot of things that they said that this war god was, or I forgot which god it was. I'm sorry. But
Just had good timing when he arrived.
yeah, and everything that was prophesized about him or was said about him, I guess I should say, it's like, the white sails on the ships. That was the same thing that represented him as well. So it was kind of like a misinterpretation thing. But
Interesting.
I don't know if he was knowledgeable what was going on. Like, how did they communicate that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure. Didn't they do a drunk history on that? They did, right?
I think so.
Yeah. That's where my knowledge of that comes from. Because I forgot everything I learned in Hawaiian studies.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? They did Captain Cook and they did Eddie Aikau, and like Jason Mantzoukas plays Eddie Aikau.
No, I've never seen that.
That is a great person to play Eddie Aikau.
Yeah, dude. Jason Mantzoukas is the shit. Fucking, so I was tripping out that like he got to play.
Does anyone here watch The League?
No.
I've seen it a few times. I know them more. I know Paul Shear and Jason Mantzoukas more from that How Did This Get Made podcast.
Well, the Jason Mantzoukas plays a character called Rafi on The League.
Yeah.
And he is crazy. Like, he's just a crazy guy that like pees in plants and carries around hot dogs in his pocket and just does crazy fucked up shit constantly. And one of my favorite episodes of all time is in like the 4th or 5th season. They do a whole episode following Rafi and another character that comes in every once in a while, played by Seth Rogen, called Dirty Randy.
Yeah.
And they follow them through their whole thing.
Yeah.
And they just go through crazy shit, and they end up like running down the stairs of this giant mansion where they're shooting a porn ad and shooting guns at each other.
Yeah.
And Rafi supposedly ends up dying at the end of it. And that's just where the episode ends. And then like later on in the next season, they do a follow-up episode to that, and they show how Dirty Randy and Rafi meet each other. And it turns out that they were both very normal, loving family men and whatnot. But then like horrible accidents occurred to both of them. Like one, like I think Rafi had a horrible accident at a construction site happen to him, and it ended up killing the family of Seth Rogen, Dirty Randy's character, Randall's character. Yeah. And so they both end up in the same mental hospital, and they go crazy in the mental hospital, and then they escape from the mental hospital, and that's what leads to them killing Rafi. And then then like he just gets up later and he's like, "Oh no, I'm fine, whatever."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow that show just because
it's like, funny. It's all on Netflix and it's fucking hilarious. It's so good.
I think what turns me off about it is that it's fantasy football.
It's
rare.
They almost never really talk about it. Like, okay, so usually the before opening credits joke has something to do with the fantasy football, especially like the. Usually the season premiere and the season finale are involving the draft and the final game of the season and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for the most part, those are just anterior things that are occurring. It's about the people that are in this fantasy football league and this ridiculous, crazy lives that they live.
Also, it's like a lifestyle.
It's like comedy shit. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
You know how like The Office is like how it is in The Office?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, so this would be how it is for these people that are...
Well, no, it's even more... anterior than
okay.
like I would say The Office, the work job, the job of The Office is kind of like like The Office itself in The Office is a tertiary character in this. The League doesn't really play any part into it. It's a vehicle for them to do stupid, crazy shit. So like they make ridiculous bets on the games, and like there's just crazy things that happen revolving around the people in this league, and some of the things, like one of the things that happens kind of regularly is they use the league's message board system to send messages back and forth to each other, and they're usually just talking about how they're going to destroy each other and all this other stuff, and it's not a major focus of the show.
I see. Okay, maybe I'll give it another chance.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's so funny. Just everyone in it is so hilarious.
It's good. Good shit.
Watch
Good
it just
shit.
to see the little bits with Rafi, because they're so great. And I can't remember his name, but the guy who plays Taco is fucking amazing too.
Sorry, I feel like talking about Deadpool again because it reminded me of the cab driver for some reason. I just remember the cab driver when he had
Because he was Indian.
that. And I thought about when he put.
Oh yeah, the cab driver where he has the dude in the trunk.
Dude in the trunk.
He's like,
so great.
Klaus is like, that's not good. And he's like, you did good. Good shit. Fucking kill him.
You know what to do.
You know what to do, yeah, man.
So
Really
Cozy
good.
gave
so
me
great.
a fortune cookie.
You crack it open on the podcast.
Yes, I'm cracking it open.
Breaking.
Gonna eat some more on my.
You know what?
What's he say?
Let's read this arbitrary thing that some.
Oh my God!
Computer
Why do
printed
you
on a
always
piece
have
of
to
paper.
do that?
Because it's truthful.
Kindness makes for happiness.
So be nice, Sheesh.
I am
Not
nice.
always.
Kindness can hurt some people.
What is that noise?
I don't know. It's the spirit of Valentine's
I'm gonna
past.
eat this fortune cookie. My mic's picking up like from really far.
Yeah, but it doesn't pick up the same quality as it is as when you're right up
Oh.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll get it. Anyway.
There it is again. That fucking noise. I figure what. I don't think it records on there.
I've never heard it on
Yeah.
the playbacks. So
It's just our. It
Yeah,
might be,
we
the,
still
it might
hear
be the
that.
shitty aux cord, which is supposed to be badass. It said the fucking packaging said, "Oh, the last aux cord you'll ever need, or auxiliary cable you'll ever need."
I can make that untrue right now just by like taking a knife to it.
Well, yeah. Then I'd have
So
to
that's
get
a
it, so-
lie.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a warranty for it. Oh, well, who cares? We'll have to power through. We're almost there, guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Wouldn't it be weird if Bill Murray showed up right now?